Chapter 32. Lord Kalki enjoys pastimes with his consorts. Sutta Goswami said, O Brahmanas, I have thus described the vow known as Rukmani Vrat. I will now narrate more pastimes of Lord Kalki. Lord Kalki continued to reside in the village of Shambhala, along with his brothers, sons, other relatives, and associates for 1,000 years. The entire village of Shambhala, which was as good as the heavenly planets, appeared very beautiful with its assembly houses, gates, raised platforms, and flags flapping in the breeze. Anyone who gave up his material body at Shambhala was freed from all sinful reactions and awarded shelter at the lotus feet of Lord Kalki. Thus, the village of Shambhala, which was profusely decorated with blooming flowers, pious trees, forests, and gardens, became a holy place that granted liberation from material existence. The Master of the Universe, Lord Kalki, who was especially pleasing to the eyes and minds of women, happily resided with Padmavati and Rama in the village of Shambhala. The Lord would mount his celestial chariot, which had been given to him by Indra, and periodically visit holy rivers, mountains, groves, and islands. In this way, he would enjoy pleasure pastimes with Padmavati and Rama. He thus appeared to be a most perfect, passionate male, afflicted by transcendental lust. Indeed, the Lord of Rama became so absorbed in thought of his consorts that he completely forgot whether it was day or night. One day, Lord Kalki, who was very fond of relishing the sweet nectar emanating from the lotus-like face of Padmavati, and who was decorated with a nice blue sapphire, entered a mountain cave. When Padmavati, who was like a golden lotus flower, and Rama, who was like a pot of nectar, saw their husband entering a cave with many beautiful women, they followed him in expectation of enjoying conjugal bliss. Padmavati saw Lord Kalki enjoying the association of many beautiful women, who were as charming as herself. However, upon seeing this, Padmavati became stunned, so that she appeared to be a stone statue. Rama and her companions anxiously surveyed the scene as tears welled up in their eyes. Padmavati normally appeared to be as attractive as hundreds of lotus flowers, but upon seeing her husband engaged in this way, she lamented and thus lost her luster. With her tears that had turned black due to being mixed with her eye kajal, Padmavati made a drawing of Lord Kalki on the ground with her toe. She also drew his parrot with the kumkum and made a border with musk. The sweet-speaking Rama, who was afflicted by the arrows of Cupid, placed Lord Kalki within the heart and worshipped him with offerings of flowers. She then fell to the ground, being overburdened by distress and lamentation. After a short while, she got up and cried loudly, like a female peacock. Being unable to embrace Lord Kalki within her heart, she became agitated, saying, Lord Hari, please be kind to me. Padmavati took off her ornaments and rolled on the ground, so that her body was soon covered with dust, although her throat appeared bluish because of the musk. Indeed, it appeared as if she had assumed the form of Lord Shiva to vanquish Cupid. Understanding the feelings of his poor, beloved wives, knowing that they wanted to perform conjugal pastimes with him, Lord Kalki, the friend of the distressed, approached them so that he could fulfill their desires. As female elephants meet the king of elephants, the Lord's consorts jubilantly greeted him within that forest, and thus fulfilled their cherished desire. Thereafter, Lord Kalki, along with his consorts, mounted an effulgent chariot that coursed through the sky. In this way, they enjoyed amorous pastimes in the Vaibraj forest, Kuver forest, and a cave at Mount Mandara. Lord Kalki enjoyed the nectar of Padmavati's lotus-like face and took pleasure in tightly embracing Rama. These two equally beautiful and gentle women embraced Lord Hari, the supreme enjoyer, to their chest, and thus felt transcendental bliss. The hairs of their bodies stood on end due to transcendental ecstasy, and this sight made everyone laugh with glee. After enjoying pastimes of love in many forests, the Lord's consorts became exhausted, and so they went to a nearby lake with their beloved Lord Kalki. As female elephants throw water on the king of elephants, so the uniquely charming consorts of the Lord entered the water of the lake and began to splash water on their husband's transcendental body. All glories to Lord Kalki, the master of the demigods, the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who takes pleasure in sporting with his consorts, and who can only be approached by those who have imbibed the mood of unalloyed devotional service. By performing wonderful pastimes with his beloved consorts at the village of Shambhala, Lord Kalki satisfied everyone. Those who are very fortunate will hear about, sing, and meditate upon the nectarian characteristics of Lord Kalki. For the pure devotees of the Lord, even liberation from the ocean of material existence appears to be very insignificant. Thus ends the translation of the 32nd chapter of Shri Kalki Puran. Shri Radha.